responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this trying to be the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. But the bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. So much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a heel just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You haven't worked in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, kyokradio.org, and we are on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Roku TV. That's right. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download the BS3 TV. BS3 TV. And click on that. You'll find us right in the middle. We're so glad to be a part of the BS3 family with Ben Sutter III and the rest of the great broadcast shows on that network. So thank you again, Ben Sutter III, for keeping us in the family. All right, and it is Talk Your Team Tuesday, and there is a whole lot to talk about in the world of sports. Your team, what's up with your basketball team? What is up with your baseball team? What is up with your football team, college and pro? College and pro. Well, listen, we want to know right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Last night, my team got beat like I thought they would. The New Orleans Saints, under the leadership of rookie Ian Book, did not do good. Lost 20-3. And right now, Miami is, I don't want to hear, they haven't played nobody. Miami went from 1-7 to 8-7. And right now, they are in one of those playoff spots. Right now, if it started today, Miami is in one of those playoff spots. So, again, congratulations, Miami. New Orleans Saints, that went about as bad as y'all thought it would. Now I see why they were trying to get Drew Brees to come out of retirement. Now I see why they were trying to get Phillip Rivers to come out of retirement. That was brutal. Hard to watch last night. Ian Book got sacked 8 times. I don't know if anybody would have been able to overcome that, but long story short, it went as bad as they thought. The Saints still have very slim playoff hopes, but Miami, if they went out, they're in. Miami controls their own destiny, and I got to say kudos to Brian Flores. I've been saying all along, people ready to write him off, got him on the hot seat, got him mixed up in the deal with Tua and Deshaun Watson and all that. All I'm saying is all that dude has done is turn his franchise, his team around, and they are in the playoff discussion. If they win out, they're in. What'll be interesting is that final game against New England. Will that game decide who's in and who's out? That'll be very interesting. So a lot to talk about today. Talk Your Team Tuesday, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. You can hit us up on my text message, 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005, or you can email me, aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. Be right back right after this.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card. Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed
I was just going to talk about
like
that, Mike.
you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
I promise that I'll finish strong.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're listening to the Lunch Break on KYOK. You heard?
All right. Thank you to the ladies of Texas Southern University women's basketball team. I know they had to shut down their operations due to COVID-19, but still praying with and for those young ladies to have a great season. My guy, Mike Patton, my brother, Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, said the only team that had a 7-game win streak and a losing streak in the same season. I mean, again, I can't do nothing but give credit to Brian Flores. They started out 1-0, then they lost 7 in a row, and now they won 7 in a row. Again, y'all want me to get excited about the great job that other coaches are doing, but I'm not supposed to get excited about that. Y'all want me to get excited about, Trevor Lawrence, but I can't get excited about Tua. I don't understand. That defense is legit in Miami. That defense is legit. And just ask Ian Book how that Miami defense is. I just go ahead and drop that on him. All right. Also, Also, Mike Patton said the 49ers might have to start Trey Lance Sunday. Jimmy G has a torn ligament in his thumb and a chip as well. I heard that. I saw that. I reported that yesterday. And, hey, the Texans literally might be able to take on the role of spoiler in the last couple of games of the season. They obviously spoiled things for the Chargers Sunday. If they go in there and can bottle up Trey Lance, should he end up starting, and spoil the 49ers playoff hopes, man, that's huge. That's huge. And then we know, I know Mike don't want to talk about this. I know Mike don't want to talk about this, but we know in Week 18, the Texans will host the Titans. And they might have a chance to spoil Tennessee's chance to lock up the number 1 seed in the AFC. In the AFC. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not finna jump up and down. I'm not getting ready to have a parade. I'm not getting ready to high-five people and start bumping bellies if the Texans run the table and end up with what? 5 wins, 6 wins? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It's still a horrible season, and for everyone that's ready to crown Nick Caserio, he's 3-0 on his draft picks. All right. Okay. And, I know y'all ready to give Davis Mills the keys to the city, best quarterback ever was, ever will be, better than Dan Pastorini, better than Warren Moon, better than Jim Kelly, better than Deshaun Watson. I know y'all ready to crown him. I'm not. Great game, young man. Great game. Got a lot of potential. Got some talent. I'm not ready to crown him. But if they mess around and spoil it for the Chargers, the 49ers, and the Titans, baby, that's what's up. That's some team talking right there. That's some team. All right, let's see. Mike Patton said Notre Dame quarterback Ian Book extended the losing streak of Notre Dame quarterbacks last night. Fighting Irish quarterbacks have lost 24 straight games in the NFL. Brother, let me tell you something. Two things I'd never do if I was a GM. Me. Now, this is me. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about me. Is draft a quarterback out of Notre Dame or a quarterback out of Alabama. 2 things I'd never do. I'd never draft a quarterback out of Notre Dame. I'd never draft a quarterback out of Alabama. Not in the first round. No, sir. No, ma'am. 3rd round, maybe. 4th round, sure. Come on. Let's see if you can make the team. Oh, but AJ, you'd have missed out on Tua. You'd have missed out on Mac Jones. You'd have missed out on AJ McCarron. Okay. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have. I sure would have. Texans looked good Sunday, took care of the Los Angeles Chargers, and used the running game to destroy the Chargers. See, that's my point. That's why I'm not getting ready to jump up and down. That's only the second 100-yard game of Rex Burkhead's career. And he is not in the peak of his career. He is not in the beginning of his career. If Nick Caserio had not been the general manager of the Houston Texans, I don't even know if Rex Burkhead would have had a job. So I don't know if Rex Nim going to be able to run like that on San Francisco. See, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't play defense. The defensive players play defense. And I just feel like they're going to do something different than what the Chargers did to try to control Rex Burkhead and the running game. Oh, yeah, by the way, David Johnson has been added to the protocol for COVID. So, they won't have him as a backup. But I just feel like the 49ers are going to look at that game film and make some adjustments to what the Texans were able to do to the Chargers. I don't expect – look, I might be wrong, but I doubt it. Listen, Long Island – I'm about to get in trouble. Arizona iced tea to Mike Patton if Rex Burkhead runs for over 100 yards. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And Davis Mills, I don't believe against that 49ers defense is going to be 21 for 26 for, whatever he threw for this past weekend. I told y'all the same thing about Mac Jones. When defenses decide to stop giving him those short underneath passes and make him throw the ball down deep, guess what happens? Interception here, interception there, incompletions, passing percentage lower than what it is when they play everything in front of them. Take away his comfort zone. Make him throw the ball accurately downfield. He hasn't proven he can do that yet. Indianapolis didn't let him do it. Buffalo didn't let him do it. And guess what? 2 straight losses. Now, they're still in the playoff mix right now. But like I said, man, they lose another one and then have to play Miami in Miami with the playoffs on the line. Hey, it gets interesting. It gets interesting. The one disciple of Bill Belichick that has a winning record against Bill Belichick, Brian Flores. Brian Flores, a winning record against his former mentor. Mike Patton, Chargers are the worst defense against the run in the NFL. Well, it sure looked like it Sunday. And that's why I say I don't think San Francisco is going to have that same problem. Let me take a break. If you want to talk your team, get at me, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Or text me, 832-403-5005. You can also email me at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. Be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Are you looking to start a business? From side hustles to major business opportunity? Franchise 123 connects franchise buyers with sellers. And we have over 4,000 franchises for you to choose from. In one simple 30-second call, our live agents will sign you up to the platform. This is not a hard sales call either. We give you free access to our database. Yes, free access, no cost. We are the largest online franchise database in the world. You can find 95% of all businesses. Buying a franchise doesn't have to be complicated. We make it easy, and right now, some have no startup fees. You can turn your special skill into a franchise business, or go full scale with all the top franchise businesses in the world. Sign up with Franchise 123 now and get your free guide to franchise success now. Call 800-419-5344, 800-419-5344, or text Franchise 123 to 63566. Text Franchise 123 to 63566.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there. Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio
1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
This is Whitney, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
Whitney, thank you so much for that drop right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We stream live on KYOKradio.org. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Twitch. And we're on Roku. That's right. Download BS3 TV on your Roku app. And guess what? You click on that, you'll see us on the lunch break. I want to thank Ben Sutters III and the good folks over there at BS3 TV for letting us on. All right, real quick, Laquita said, "Hey, Jay, what's up with you and Davis Mills? You talk like you don't like him, and he's real cute." Listen, I didn't notice whether he was cute or not, and I'm not minimizing you. I'm sure you have a great football mind and what have you, Laquita. I know you listen to the show all the time. I have no problem with Davis Mills. I don't. And let me just say it real loud with my chest. I have no problem with Davis Mills. I want whoever the Texans put in at quarterback or running back or wide receiver or defensive end, defensive tackle to play well. I want whoever that is. What I don't like is the way that they manage the game under Davis Mills and the way they manage the game under Tyrod Taylor. Call that same kind of game. I'm sorry. I'm going to make you go back all the way to Robert Griffin III in Washington under Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan. I know it's a stretch. Stay with me. Robert Griffin III under Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan was put in positions where he had to run the ball with a knee that needed to be surgically repaired. But do you think that stopped Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan from calling naked bootlegs and quarterback draws and all that kind of stuff to get them in the playoffs? And when they got in the playoffs, they didn't care about that, man. They cared about winning. They called a whole different game when Kirk Cousins got put in after Robert Griffin III blew his knee out, couldn't run no more. They didn't try to play a conservative game or a game that call a game that was going to, help protect Robert Griffin III. They didn't do that. They didn't care about the man. But Kirk Cousins got in there, and all of a sudden, it was check down city. It's the same thing with Davis Mills and Tyrod Taylor. Davis Mills gets in, it's dump and chunk. Just chunk it down to your hot receiver, you back out of the backfield, hit the quick slant, little out, maybe a little out and up if they want to get fancy. That's it. Tyrod Taylor comes in, and it's these intricate routes, 15-step drops. I'm being egregious. 15-step drops, all this other nonsense. Let Tyrod play that same kind of game and watch the results. They'd be very similar. Very similar. So again, my problem is not with Davis Mills. I said if the Texans, if they want to fix the Texans, what they do is, since I already know they don't want Coach David Culley, head coach David Culley, who I think is the best guy for this craziness that they got going on here. Head coach David Culley is like the Dusty Baker of the NFL. Dusty Baker was the right guy to come in and calm this mess down in Houston after they got caught cheating. Coach David Culley is the right guy to come in after this nonsense that the Texans front office put together with Bill O'Brien and Brian Gaine and now Jack Easterby and Nick Caserio. And I can't leave Cal McNair out of it, because he has signed off on every one of these horrendous moves. David Culley is the right person for this. But if they want to go ahead and do what, listen to what the fan base wants. The fan base doesn't want David Culley. So they're going to make a move at the end of the season. Bring in Brian Shaw. I'm David Shaw. Bring in David Shaw. Bring in David Shaw. Let him coach up the guy that he groomed for you. They don't pick They don't pick Davis Mills if it's not for Coach Shaw at Stanford. And give him his full 3 years to fix his team. Guarantee him 3 years and leave him alone for 3 years. Keep Jack Easterby out of the locker room. Keep him off the sideline. Keep him off the headset. Jack Easterby should have nothing to do with a football player. Nothing other than making sure they know what hotel they're checking into and making sure they know where the team dinner is. That's all he should have to do with players in the NFL. Nick Caserio, if that's going to be your general manager, so be it. Let him do his thing, but let Shaw do his thing. And watch what kind of results you'll get out of Davis Mills then. So my issue is not with Davis Mills. My issue is with all those people above Davis Mills, not named Coach David Culley. Okay? Thanks, Laquita, for listening, though. Appreciate you. All right, MB. What's up, MB? MB says, man, how about them Cowboys? Listen, let me get to this real quick. I'll start with the NFC. I know y'all hate when I do this, but if the playoffs started today, it would be the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Dallas Cowboys. And I got to tell you, that says more about Jalen Hurts than it does about Nick Sirianni. Jalen Hurts has willed this team to victory. I mean, you could tell he was injured. You could tell he was hurt. You could tell he didn't have, his full explosiveness and all of that this past Sunday. But he pulled out a win against the Giants. And guess what? If the playoffs started today, they would visit the Dallas Cowboys in the first round. Also, the 49ers would visit the LA Rams. That'd be an interesting, intra-division rivalry. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would visit the luckiest man in the world. Man, wasn't nobody shouting for Miami last night like Cliff Kingsbury. If Cliff Kingsbury had blown a shot at the playoffs after going, 7-0? Man, I'm trying to tell you, that would have been too much to bear. That would have been too much to bear. So anyway, Arizona would visit Tampa Bay. Green Bay would have a bye. So if I had to pick those games, I definitely have Cowboys over the Eagles. I've got Rams over the 49ers. And I definitely have the Buccaneers over the Arizona Cardinals. So now, second round, Green Bay hosting Tampa Bay, Cowboys hosting the Rams. Man, oh man, oh man. That Green Bay Tampa Bay game should be the NFC Championship game, but it won't be if things started today. I halfway want to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if that were the matchup. But let me tell you something. I am on record of saying the most accurate quarterback, and I don't care about passing percentage and all that. I'm just talking about able to put it in a space where it needs to be to get a win. Aaron Rodgers. Not Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. And guess what? One of the biggest weaknesses is for Tampa Bay. One of the biggest weaknesses for Tampa Bay is their secondary. So now you've got a unbelievably accurate quarterback in crunch time against a team that has some leaks in their secondary. And Green Bay can run the ball. Now, all of this is barring COVID or injury or anything like that. But if everything is level and playing, I got Green Bay with a slight win, a slight edge over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In that Cowboys-Rams game, baby, it boils down to this. Can the Cowboys protect Dak? If the Cowboys can protect Dak, I don't care about anything else. If the Cowboys can protect Dak from Aaron Donald, from my guy out of A&M, if they can protect him, then they win that game. Why? The Dallas defense, especially their secondary, can and will turn over Matthew Stafford. They can and will turn over Matthew Stafford. I got the Cowboys winning that one. So, NFC Championship game, if the playoff were to start the way it's set up right now, I got the Packers and the Cowboys in Wisconsin. And I'll be honest with you, that should be a game. That should be a game where the Cowboys should come out with a measure of payback, because it was in Dak Prescott's first year, Ezekiel Elliott's first year, that literally one pass in a space about that big, Green Bay eliminated the Cowboys from the playoffs. Man, I'd be trying to get them back big time in that game. That's that step-up game. All right, we got to step up. Secondary, you got to step up. Defensive line, DeMarcus Lawrence, y'all got to step up. Aaron Rodgers, foot, toe, whatever he's complaining about, whining about right now, whatever it is, make sure it works. I ain't saying hurt it. I'm saying make him use it. Make him run for his life. Somebody texted me, Von Miller. Yeah, that's what I meant. The guy from my guy from A&M, Von Miller. All right. So yeah, if it's Cowboys, Packers, I'm going Packers to the Super Bowl. Cowboys, Packers, I'm going Packers to the Super Bowl. Let me go up to the AFC. If it started today, and it won't, it doesn't, it would be the Tennessee Titans hosting the surprising Miami Dolphins. The Bengals would host the New England Patriots, and Buffalo would host the Colts. Second round, here's what I got. I got the Titans beating the Dolphins. I got the Patriots beating the Bengals. And I got the Colts beating the Bills. Yeah, I said it. I got two of the lower seeds, Colts and Patriots, knocking off the Bills and the Bengals. So if that were to happen, you would have the Chiefs hosting the Patriots and the Titans hosting the Colts. The Chiefs will beat the Patriots. And man, Mike Patton, Mike. Derrick Henry back. It comes to who runs the ball better. If Jonathan Taylor outrushes Derrick Henry and the Titans running attack, Colts win. If the Titans with Derrick Henry and their running attack, Deontay Foreman and other guys, listen, I think the Tennessee Titans can sneak that one out, especially if Ryan Tannehill does not turn the ball over. Because let me tell you, Carson Wentz is going to give up at least one. Whoever wins the running game battle, whoever wins the turnover battle, and that one, should it come to pass, that's who will win that game. So that would mean the Chiefs and the Titans in the AFC Championship game. I got the Chiefs. So my Super Bowl right now is the Chiefs versus the Packers. Right now. Because all of this can change in a week or two. But right now, if things stay the way they are, I got the Chiefs and the Packers. And, ain't no way in the world I'm going against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid in a Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers. Ain't no way in the world. And this won't be like Tampa Bay last year. They're not gonna have Patrick Mahomes running for his life like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did. All right, take a break. I want to hear your thoughts. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead and say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
Love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up. You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door.
But I gotta
when
get
that
it in,
happens,
man.
you need to call the good old boys at the tax doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Attention, those of you looking to go on a fun vacation and see the world on the cheap. Today, the U.S. dollar is worth even more in other countries, so there's never been a better time to travel outside the USA. The dollar is worth over $1.30 in Canadian dollars, and it's the same for Australia. You can fly there today and have fun and maximize your travel dollar. Your U.S. dollar is worth over $3 in Brazilian reals, and it's worth over $18 in Mexican pesos. Plus, in Argentina, it's worth over $27 in Argentine pesos. Just think of the bargains you'll get. And the way you get the cheapest airfare to any destination is by calling Tickets That Cheap. Save up to 75% on your foreign vacation tickets. Don't wait. Call now. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. That's 802-317-1983.
This your boy Trayvon Boykin. You listening to The Lunch Break.
T-Boy or T-Bone. He goes by a couple of different names. But anyway, appreciate that drop right here. In fact, speaking of him, I got to give you all the results of this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. It was another good one. I might hold that one until the top of the hour tomorrow. Winning Wednesday. It's going to be a good show tomorrow, man. I got some very special guests joining us tomorrow on the show. Two of my favorites. Got David Grubb, host of Hard to Paint, Tulane Basketball, MLBBro.com, and one of the best people in the world, Dawn Montgomery. She's a broadcast journalist out of Atlanta. She's a brand manager, former model, author, man, done amazing things. Can't wait to have them on the show tomorrow. It's gonna be lit. Don't miss tomorrow's show. So yeah, I think I might save the lunch break weekly keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge results till tomorrow. But again, it was another good one, and folks are coming down the stretch trying to get in that top 6. We'll see if T-Bone and Chi-Town and Keith Hennig and Keisha Kelly and Big Time Floyd, Erica. We'll see who will be in the top 6. We'll see. All right. So anyway, got a couple of people that text me before I get to their text messages. U of H is up on Auburn. U of H up on Auburn 10-3 at the half of the Birmingham Bowl. The Birmingham Bowl. University of Houston is up on Auburn 10-3. 10-3. Somebody just said Aaron Rodgers is the MVP favorite. I know it's a quarterback award. I don't like that. To me, it's Jonathan Taylor. And for me, it's not even close. When I hear the argument, take Aaron Rodgers off for Green Bay and what would they be? It's not about how good Green Bay is with Aaron Rodgers. The most valuable player is for the entire league. And again, I'm not saying that if you put Aaron Rodgers on anybody's team, they wouldn't be as good or better. But you can also say the same thing about Jonathan Taylor. Take him off the Colts, what would they be? Put him on Green Bay, what would they be? I'm just saying it goes both ways. To me, the most valuable player should be the most valuable player in the league, regardless of position. So if it's a lineman, if it's a defensive tackle, if it's a safety, if it's a tight end. But, again, one of the many things that the NFL can't seem to get right. Let me go to this message real quick. GT, there it is. GT says, AJ, the way these playoffs are set up, there are going to be some interesting matchups. Yeah, that's why I'm looking at these right now. GT. If things go down the way they do. Teams that still have a shot that are on the outside looking in right now, the Chargers, the Raiders, Baltimore, and still with an outside chance, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Denver. But all kinds of things have to happen for those teams to get in. All kinds of things have to happen for them. Same thing down in the NFC. The Vikings still have a chance. The Falcons still have a chance. The Saints still have a chance. I think Washington is out. Panthers out. Bears, Seahawks, all of them are out. But the 3 teams that still have a shot, Vikings, Falcons, Saints. But all kinds of stuff has to happen for them to get in. And then the number 1 seeds are not locked in. It could easily be either Tennessee, Kansas City. I'm going to leave it at those 2. The Bengals and Bills are 2 games down with 2 to play. I don't see them jumping up to the number 1 seed, but it could still be Kansas City or Tennessee, and it definitely could still be Green Bay, Dallas, LA Rams, or Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All 4 of the top teams in the NFC has a shot at the number 1 seed. Loose as they might be, long shots as they might be, all 4 of those teams have a shot at that number 1 seed. So if I'm the Cowboys, I'm giving it all I got. Against the Cardinals this Sunday and at the Eagles on January 9th. Like, you get everything. You get the whole shooting match. So anyway, that's what we got there. 281-453-1000 if you want to talk your team on air. If you want to just text me, I know a lot of y'all are are doing stuff as we get ready to bring in the new year. You can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. You can always email me too at aj@kylksports.com. That's aj@kylksports.com. So that's what we got going on right now. Okay, let me see. I think we need to go ahead and get Sybil Wilkes on. Let's get Sybil Wilkes on, and then we'll come back with the birthdays this first hour. Sybil Wilkes and the birthdays, first hour. If you got a birthday or an anniversary, hit me up, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. EM says, AJ, I wanted to pay my respects to Desmond Tutu. What a great man. He definitely will be missed. Yeah, I said to someone yesterday that one of the Desmond Tutu, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, obviously, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, world changers. I mean, world changers. What Nelson Mandela and Bishop Desmond Tutu were able to overcome there in South Africa is something that we really need to pay attention to. You had a minority population literally try and control the entire country, government, finances, services, authority, all of it. And Nelson Mandela and many others, along with Bishop Desmond Tutu, they pulled that nonsense down. They rallied and defeated that nonsense. So he will always be one of those that stand out in my mind, with names like, Mother Teresa, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and many more. I'm just calling out, those that come to mind. But there's so many more. Thank you for that, Ian. Definitely going to be missed. All right, let me go ahead and get Sybil Wilkes on with what you need to know, and we'll be back with the birthdays right after this on the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. Number 1. Vice President Kamala Harris is saying the United States may lose its standing as a role model for the world, and democracy itself would be at risk if voting rights legislation is not passed. In recent weeks, President Joe Biden and Democrats have put voting rights legislation at the top of the priority list as the Build Back Better Act, the president's signature domestic policy bill, has stalled. Number 2. In addition to the countless lives lost due to COVID-19, we've lost some incredible waymakers. Diane Dunham was the first Black person to win a U.S. gymnastics national championship. She paved the way for female gymnasts like Dominique Dawes, Gabby Douglas, and Simone Biles. Douglas Turner Ward was an actor, champion of Black playwrights, and the co-founder of the Negro Ensemble Company. Check out more of those giants and their stories in today's newsletter. Number 3, the White House led its first Maternal Health Day of Action recently, announcing a number of new initiatives intended to improve pregnancy outcomes and reduce the risk of complications and death in the year following birth. The White House urged Congress to pass the president's Build Back Better Act, which includes a $3 billion investment in maternal health. If passed, the act would require states to offer Medicaid-covered health services for up to a year postpartum. Number 4, according to OxfordLanguages.com, science is defined as a systematically organized body of knowledge on a particular subject. One of the first things to know about astrology is that it's a very systemized subject of study. The subject is the planets and their influence. Read more about it in today's newsletter, brought to you by astrologist Juanita Dunn. Number 5, for the holiday season, make sure to treat yourself to the gift of tax-saving strategy before the end of the year. If you're thinking about buying new or used equipment, machinery, or office equipment in the new year, buy them and place them in service by December 31st. You can then deduct 100% of the cost as bonus depreciation. Read more in today's newsletter by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. The purpose of life is happiness. The Dalai Lama says, be happy. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for a very special episode on astrology and see what the stars have in store for us. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, thank you very much. There's Sybil Wilkes right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We are streaming live, KYOKradio.org. So it is time for the birthdays. If you know somebody's celebrating a birthday, they'll be celebrating it along with my good brother, Nicholas Hines. Happy birthday, sir. Former professional football player, Taisha Charles, 39. I think she's still playing. Taisha, are you still playing? Donna Tidwell, Mama Donna, celebrating her birthday today. She's 71. Reggie Flood is celebrating a birthday along with Charles Johnson. Rashawn Jensen is 31. Ronald Wagner, my brother like no other from a different mother. We used to minister together. Jackie Carter is celebrating her birthday with Nolan Lloyd and Yolanda Carter. What's up, sis? Happy birthday. All right, let me get you some celebrity birthdays real quick as well. Happy birthday to former Dallas Cowboy brother who also, I think that he won a chip, Everson Walls with the Dallas Cowboys. Adam Vinatieri, who's probably still playing, and he's like 206 years old. Adam Vinatieri, longtime kicker for the Patriots and for the Indianapolis Colts. Bobby Taylor, defensive back right here from Houston, played with Philadelphia, celebrating a birthday. One of my favorite tennis players, James Blake, is celebrating a birthday today. One of the baddest running backs at UT, and they had plenty, Cedric Benson, may he rest in power, celebrated his birthday would have been today. And then, man, without this dude, I don't know what I would do with my superhero, I love superheroes. And Stan Lee would have been 99 years old today. Of course, he's a comic book artist, a writer, creator, leader of the Marvel Multimedia Corporation. Came up with the Avengers, Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, and more. Yeah, he would have been 99 today, so I had to give him some love. All right, let me get Usher on here to do it right. Come on, Usher, do your thing.
Oh, go shawty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much there, Usher. Thank you for that right here. If you got a birthday or an anniversary, again, hit me up, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. We want to celebrate with you. Big shout out again to the Miami Dolphins and their head coach, Brian Flores. They are now in the playoff picture after starting 1-7. They ripped off 7 in a row. They're 8-7. They beat up on New Orleans last night, 20-3. The Texans will visit San Francisco this coming Sunday at 3:05 Central, and we'll see if the Texans can play spoilers again. Cowboys going to host Arizona. That'll be this Sunday, 3:25 Central. The Rockets, no match for Charlotte last night. They lost 123-99. That's their 4th L in a row. They will host the LA Lakers tonight at 7 Central. Utah beat the Spurs 110-104. The Spurs got 21-8 from Derek White. It wasn't enough. They'll host Miami tomorrow at 7:30. The Mavericks beat Portland 132-117. They got 32-9 from Kristaps Porzingis. They're at Sacramento tomorrow at 9:30. New Orleans will host Cleveland tonight at 7.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
You walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We feel? Send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. Fever. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this holler, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. Too much crying from that. He's a man.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Fever. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, that's just first hour on the books, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday. Got a lot of folks calling, texting about various teams. Texting and emailing about their various teams, and we will definitely get to some of those messages. It is the Lunch Break broadcasting live on AM 1140. 92.3 FM. We also stream live on kyokradio.org. Also, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku, courtesy of the BS3 TV network. Thank you, Ben Sutter III, for allowing us to be a part of the BS3 family and be able to be seen on Roku. If you got that app, download BS3 TV. You can check us out right there. And I believe some of our shows are archived. So if you missed anything, you can catch it right there. So that's what we got going on. On Talk Your Team Tuesday, we talked a little bit about the games. We'll talk about some of the basketball standings in a minute. But one of the things I like to do on Tuesday as we talk your team is do quarterback ratings, power rankings for the quarterbacks. And I do mine based on passer rating, not QBR, not just number of touchdowns and all that, but passer rating. So, number one quarterback, again, I would never hang out with him. He'd never be my boy. He'd come to my yard, and guess what? Got to get off my property. It's Aaron Rodgers. Passer rating 110.8, 33 touchdowns, only 4 INTs. That's strong. I mean, again, say whatever you want to say. That is strong, and I give him his credit. Number two, watch out for the young brother up there in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow, getting it in. Had a big game against the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens defense coordinator got to run his mouth a little bit, and Joe Burrow and the Bengals made him pay. He got a quarterback rating of 105. He's got a passer rating of 105, 30 touchdowns. Now, he has thrown that thing away 14 times. That's a lot. Number three is Matthew Stafford. Passer rating of 104, 36 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Number four is, you like that, Kirk Cousins. 101.3 passer rating. He's got 30 touchdowns and 7 INTs. But there's something about Kirk Cousins. He never feels like, to me, that he is taking over a game or dominating a game. And I know I don't watch Minnesota play as much as some of the fans do, so don't come at me. I just said, to me, I could be wrong. I'm willing to, to be wrong. But after this past weekend, Kirk Cousins, number 4. Number 5, Dak Prescott. I like what Dak said after the press conference. Somebody said, or during the press conference, somebody said, so do you feel like the slump is over? Dak said, what slump? Y'all said slump. I didn't say slump. I like that. You're not going to put your labels on me. If you think I'm in a slump, good for you. Doesn't mean I'm going to acknowledge it or agree with it. So Dak Prescott, passer rating 100.5, 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Dak having a great year after that tragic injury from last season. Number 6, a guy who looks like he's been struggling a little bit lately, but I got him at number 6 this week, and that is Kyler Murray. Passer rating, same as Dak, 100.5, 21 touchdowns, 10 INTs. Number 7 is Tom Brady, 100.2 passer rating, 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's a lot of picks for him. That's a lot of picks for TB12. But one thing I know about him is he will get it together. Coming down the stretch, playoff time, trying to get your team to the chip. I believe that Tampa Bay is going to be in the NFC Championship game. Now, again, if they play Green Bay, I got Green Bay just because of Aaron Rodgers' accuracy. Number 8, Jimmy G, who might not play this coming Sunday against the Texans. 99.6 on the passer rating, 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Jimmy G at number 8. Number 9, Russell Wilson. A lot of talk about Russell Wilson leaving Seattle this after this season. Please go to Pittsburgh. Please, if you leave, I got 2 spots for you, Russ. If you leave Seattle, Pittsburgh or New Orleans, either one. And I love Jameis Winston. I think he should be the man, but I don't think they appreciate Jameis down there. And when you look at what Ian Book did, when you look at what Trevor Siemian has done, you look at what Taysom Hill has done, the best quarterback in New Orleans, Jameis Winston. But if they're not going to appreciate you, respect you, and give you your just due, man, get on out of there. Get on out of there. Russ, I think, will be great in either of those spots. Russell Wilson, 99.4, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Number 10, Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson got a chance to start for the Ravens this past weekend. Passer rating of 99. He's got 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. Justin Herbert at number 11, 98.7, 33 touchdowns, 14 INTs. But, bro, you lost to Houston. That's number 12, Nick Foles, man. Nick Foles is that guy. I said yesterday that Carson Wentz wouldn't have a chip if it weren't for Nick Foles. 98.5 on the passer rating, 1 touchdown, no INTs. Number 13, Patrick Mahomes, 97.9 passer rating, 33 touchdowns, 13 INTs. Number 14, Josh Allen. Boy, he sure stepped up. He sure stepped up against the against the New England Patriots. I got to give him credit. Because it wasn't just the running game. It wasn't just the defense. Josh Allen played his tail off. Congratulations, Josh. 96.6 on the passer rating, 34 touchdowns, 12 INTs. Got him at number 14. Number 15, Carson Wentz. 96.4, 25 and 6, touchdown to interception ratio. Number 16, Derek Carr, 94.8, 20 and 12. I think Derek Carr is going to be on the move. Out of Las Vegas. Number 17, Tua Tagovailoa, 94 passer rating, 15 touchdowns, 9 INTs. Number 18, Matt Ryan, 91.5. 19 and 11. Mac Jones at 19. Well, I tell you, take away that short game, he's a whole different quarterback. Mac Jones, 90.2 on the passer rating, 18 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. But y'all want me to be lit about that. Ooh, Mac Jones. Okay. Number 20, Ben Roethlisberger, 90.2 passer rating. Big Ben has 20 touchdowns and 8 INTs. And for some reason, a lot of the touchdowns feel like interceptions because I thought he had far more interceptions than that. Listen, numbers don't lie, but I sure hope Big Ben doesn't try to come back for the Steelers next season. 21, Jared Goff, 90 on the passer rating, 17 touchdowns, 8 INTs. 22, Jalen Hurts, 87 passer rating, 16 touchdowns, 9 INTs. 23, Taylor Heineke, 86.9, 20 touchdowns, 14 INTs. Number 24, Davis Mills, 86.2 passer rating, 12 touchdowns, 9 INTs. 25, Baker Mayfield, 15 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 86.1 passer rating. 26, Ryan Tannehill, 84.8 passer rating. 15 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Man, Ryan, boy, I tell you, thank goodness for a running game. 27 is Trevor Lawrence, 70.6 on the passer rating, 9 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I blame them all on, I blame every one of them on Urban Meyer, all of them. 28, Drew Lock, 69.3. Now y'all see what they see in Denver. Drew Lock is not the answer at quarterback. 29, Zach Wilson, 67.9, 7 and 11. 30 is Cam Newton, 64.4, 4 and 5, touchdown to interception. 31, Ian Book. And 32 is Jake Fromm. All right, so there you go. Passer ratings right here on the lunch break. Quarterback power rankings. All right, I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. 800-472-5145. That's 800-472-5145.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
I promise that I'll finish strong.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
This is Irma J from Internal Revamp, and you're listening to AJ on the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we are back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Big shout out to the BS3 network. They've tuned in. What's up, fam? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all, man, and I love every single one of the shows on the BS3 network, and I'm glad to be representing KYOK and the lunch break. Yeah, we're on Roku TV, y'all. Love it. BS3. Ben Sutter III. Love him. My brother is grinding, and I am very, very happy for him and glad to be connected to him. So All right, real quick. I got a question. Where was Baker Mayfield on the standings? Baker Mayfield is in this week's power rankings. I've got Baker. Where's Baker? Baker way down there. Baker Mayfield, 25. 25 passer rating of 86.1, 15 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. But let me give credit to Willie Gibson. Baker's loss on Christmas Day, Kevin Stefanski. What was he calling? What in the world was your game plan, bro? This dude hadn't practiced in 10 days. You know, he's still dealing with some injuries. And you come out calling game plans like dude's been there for every snap, every down, every bit of practice. I'm just, nah, man. Hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, Dave, Longhorn Keith. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, man. Hey, what's up, man? You calling to talk your team today, bro?
Who else am I going to talk about, brother?
I noticed, listen, I noticed you done leaned towards them Cowboys more than you've been talking about them Longhorns, basketball or football. I wonder what that's about. Talk to me, man.
Well, our season is over in football and Longhorn Nation. I mean, I told you, I own it when we bad. I own it when we good. And right now in football, we just trying to make it through this recruiting period and get ready for spring ball and, got a bunch of coaching changes and incoming players and outgoing players. So the portal is wide open, and we'll see how we finish up in February with the last signing class and get ready for spring ball. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I'll stay faithful, though. I promise you I won't be doing anything back to forth. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I got no doubts about that. Let me ask you this. Longhorn Keith joining us on the lunch break, Talk Your Team Tuesday. And who's going to be the starting quarterback for UT come spring ball?
Oh, come on, man. Quinn Ewers. I mean, there's no – I love to say there's competition, but obviously, Casey is gone, and you got two – one transfer in Quinn Ewers, and then you've got a incoming true freshman, and then you got a redshirt freshman or sophomore now. So I think, it's Quinn Ewers, and he has to be the starter because look, all the hype behind him, for him not to start would be egg on the program's face, and everybody seems to think that he's the next Golden Boy. And while I disagree until I see it on the field, you got to make a believer out of me. So that's the way I feel about it. But yeah, he'll be the starter, and we'll see how he does.
Yeah. How do you feel about Garrett Wilson declaring for the NFL draft? That's one that got away from UT.
Yeah. Look, I think that kid is a unique talent, and I think, he's a special player. And I like his chances on the next level. Todd hit me up with some, guys making some decisions. And this is what I always say to people who question a kid's decision about whether jumping in the portal or declaring early for the draft. I don't know those kids personally, and I certainly don't know their family dynamics and their financial situations or their heart and motivation to go do whatever they want to do. But I'll tell you this, you don't play this game for as long as you have and get to that level and not want to see if you're capable and competent enough to get there. That's just with any profession, right? Wherever the highest level, the competitor in you, whatever the highest level of your occupation is, or, you want to try to achieve that. And we don't work on our job, or if we do, then I question, sometimes I question whether or not you should probably look to do something different.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one, Keith. Longhorn Keith joining us on the lunch break, Talk Your Team Tuesday. Cowboys got a shot at that number one seed and they've got the Cardinals and then at Philly. And I tell you what, man, it's within reach. It is within reach.
Yeah, I'm excited about these last two games because of our defense. And, of course, I love the way Dak is playing right now. But this is the Washington football team. And Dak, for the last month or so, has been up and down. But at the end of the day, as I said to someone last week, look, I'm not looking for them to play a perfect game, but I do know this. Our defense is solid enough now that we can win some ball games. When your defense goes out and dominates the game the way that they did again, and I hate to remind people of this, the Washington football team is an NFL caliber team. They put on their pads the same way everyone else puts their pads on. I get tired of hearing all of the excuses about, well, they had players out with COVID or they're not all together healthy. At the end of the day, this is the NFL. This is a big boy league, and we suit up. That's what you get paid the money for. You suit up, you play the players in front of you. I love where the Cowboys are right now, and I just hope that we can stay that way going into the playoffs. I really like where we are. I got a question for you, though.
Yes, sir.
So your quarterback rating that you just went down was cool. I love it. I did have a question though regarding, because I saw some Troy Aikman in the commentary for the Cleveland Browns game the other night, and he raised my eyebrows to something that I really don't, because I really don't watch the Browns that often, so I can't speak to how good or how bad they are. I just know that from everything I've seen, they were extremely talented, just got names on the roster.
Yeah.
But he brought up something in regards to Baker Mayfield, and then you talked about a QBR that you had him at. What is it that's causing him? Because Troy Aikman said, man, he is just not making it. And Troy Aikman brought up a few points about it. He's not making the right reads. His balls are being has he been that inconsistent all season? Or is it because of his previous injury earlier in the year? Do you know?
So I think it's all the above. I think it's the labrum. And obviously, I mean, when you stretch to, bring that ball forward, even if it's on your non-throwing arm, the pain that you feel from a torn labrum, you're going to feel. And, a lot of folks don't realize these professional athletes on this level are like finely tuned, machines. And anything that's normally off is going to cause there to have to be some type of adjustment. So there's that. Then, of course, he's had the other injuries that he's suffered. But then he's got questionable play calling coming from Kevin Stefanski that, everybody was in love with Stefanski when he got him, to the playoffs last year and how he kind of turned things around in the culture in the organization. But now his play calling has got to be examined a lot closer than was before because it looks very suspect. If you try to put a rhyme or a reason to it, there is none, especially what we saw this past weekend when you had a quarterback that's been out and been injured and you throw him in there and, bro, you just did not put him in the best position to win.
Well, and I'm so glad you brought that point up because I agree with you 100% on that. But here's what I was saying that even I think the commentators even mentioned. Why are you not? Cleveland had an opportunity to win that game just by running. I mean, Nick Chubb was chewing up at least 7 to 8 yards of carry late in the game, which is a clear indication that the defense was exhausted or at least beat down. Because Cleveland's running game was no slouch. I think they were over 200 yards rushing in the game. So I didn't understand why on that last possession that Cleveland had, and I think Baker threw the last interception that he threw, was why were you even throwing the ball? You still had plenty of time. You had three timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, and you go to throwing the ball after the 2-minute warning. That made no sense to me.
And that's Kevin Stefanski. That's Kevin Stefanski. That's not Baker. Baker was not audibling out of running plays and the passing plays. That was called from the sideline, and that's where you got to question Kevin Stefanski. It's like, did you not see the way your running game was gashing that team? And you got the clock on your side. I mean, he again, bruh, that's the kind of stuff that I wonder about these offensive coordinators sometimes, man. It's almost like you just got to be cute. You got to seem like you're smarter and you're strategic and all this other stuff. Brother, if running the ball is working, you run that joker until they stop you. And if your lead running back is tired, you bring him out, you put somebody else in, and you give them the ball. But this whole, I have to throw it right here. That's crazy.
Yeah, the backup running back was even gashing. I don't know. I forgot the kid's name. Johnson, I think maybe. I can't even remember. I just know, good gracious, Cleveland been this good in the run game all season because, like I said, I hadn't watched them. But I obviously knew that Nick Chubb was a heck of a running back, and I knew that their offensive line, again, on paper, looked very talented. So
let me run down this for you real quick. Nick Chubb, 17 carries, 126 yards, 7.4 yards per carry. Johnson, 4 carries, 58 yards, 14 and a half yards a carry. Even Schwartz carried twice for 12. Baker carried it twice for 11. Nobody averaged under 5.5 yards a carry. As a team, they averaged 8.8 yards per carry. They ran for 219 yards. And Stefanski's out there calling these whack, Madden 2021 plays instead of calling an NFL football. And he's got to be held accountable, man.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I didn't know the stats. I just remember watching the game and saying to myself, what coach would I mean, look, say what you will of May about Baker and whether or not, he's a great quarterback or average quarterback. But when you got running game like that, you've got to keep feeding those guys the ball. And I just didn't understand that. And that's the reason why I asked about his QBR. Was it, to your point, which is a great point, his play caller puts him in situations where, look, man, if your guy is not feeling it that day or he's not hot that day, you got to go to the hot hand. And certainly your hot hand, as evident by the stats that you just called out, was running the ball, and he didn't do that.
Yeah, that's why I got to give credit to Frank Reich up in Indianapolis. I mean, say what you want to say about him. He knows what works on his team, and he knows when he has to pass what to call so that he does not put Carson Wentz in a position to hurt them. But, baby, it's Jonathan Taylor left, Jonathan Taylor right, Jonathan Taylor up the middle, and guess what? If you can't stop it,
Yeah, it's so funny you mentioned that because I was telling Todd the other day, Carson Wentz beat them on 5 of 17 or 5 of 12 passing. He completed 5 passes, but yet they still won the game, beat New England just by rushing the football. Because, again, a coach who knew what his players, what was working for them against that team, he wasn't moving away from that. And
right.
That comes down to great coaching, man.
And watch this. Any great or good offensive lineman will tell you, run blocking is easier than pass blocking. And when you got guys that you plugged in because of COVID or injury or what have you, put them in a position to run block, let them see some success, and slow that defensive end or lineman down a little bit. Now they can handle them better when they have to pass block. And you have coaches like Stefanski and Tim Kelly down here in Houston. They don't understand stuff like that. Anybody can call plays, but can anybody be an offensive coordinator? No.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, man, listen, as always, good to talk to you and to the listening audience. I wish all of y'all are very safe. Man, I really mean this. Stay safe out here. I got a phone call from a good friend of mine who is a RN nurse in Florida, and she's been double vaccinated and boosted, but she got the Omicron virus, and she is literally on her bed and cannot move because she says it is tough. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just giving you the news. So be careful, be safe, and more than anything, like I tell people who come around my mom when I had her over for the holiday, if you come to my house, you must test or you must be vaccinated and wear a mask until I know that we are all safe.
Yeah, brother.
Be encouraged, man.
I appreciate you sharing that, man, because, again, we can't be too careful. And, again, if folks want to make it political, let them. You just be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, bro.
Love y'all, man. Happy New Year.
Love you too, man. Longhorn Keith, very good dude, man. Very good dude. All right, got to take a break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saint for New Year's Eve.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK, 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Lakeisha, and you're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, thank you very much there, Lakeisha, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live, KYOKradio.org, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku TV. Really excited about being on Roku and excited about y'all tuning in where you're tuning in. Emil, big shout out to Emil. Emil asked me if I have come up with a power ranking for SWAC basketball yet. You are a big football fan. What do you think of the basketball teams? Emil, let me look at that right now. Emil, we'll talk your teams in the SWAC basketball right now. Right now, number one is definitely Southern Jaguars. I'm not just saying that because my daughter got accepted there, but it helps. They're 6-7 on this young season. Number two, the G-Men, Grambling State. Number two right now, they're 3-9. Number four, the team that I think is going to be on top after the conference play starts, Texas Southern, they're 2-9. And then you've got 2-7, 2-7, TSU. At number four, FAMU, new to the SWAC, they're 2-9. Number five, Bethune is 2-9. Number six, Jackson State. They're better in football than they are in basketball, but watch, they'll be all right, 2-9. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 is Alabama State. They're 2-10. 8, Arkansas Pine Bluff, 2-11. 9 is Alabama A&M. They're 1-8. Alcorn is 10, 1-11. Prairie View is 0-10. They're 11. And Mississippi Valley State, 0-10. They are number 12. That's what I got. Again, COVID is affecting this. But if you take COVID out and you just go on ability, talent, rosters right there, those rankings would change quite a bit. And then you get into conference play where TSU is playing Southern and Grambling is playing Prairie View. I think that would change some things as well. But right now, let me just run through them. Right now, you got Southern number 1, Grambling number 2, Texas Southern number 3, FAMU number 4, Bethune number 5, Jackson State 6, Alabama State 7, Pine Bluff 8, Alabama A&M 9, Alcorn 10, Prairie View 11, and Mississippi Valley is 12. Those are my men's SWAC basketball ratings. Let's get the women on there while we can. Talk your team. We can talk about the women. We get the women's power rankings standings right now on the lunch break. Be right back with that. Okay, hang on. SWAC women. Should have had that pulled up already, but I didn't. Okay, here we go. Right now, the way the standings are for the women in the SWAC is as follows. Here we go. You got Arkansas Pine Bluff. You got Arkansas Pine Bluff right now at number 1. Jackson State number 2. Alabama State number 3. This is women's side. Alabama A&M number 4. Number 5 is Grambling. 6 Prairie View. 7 Bethune. 8 Southern. 9 Alcorn. 10 Mississippi Valley. 11 TSU. They're winless. And FAMU is 12 on the women's side. Do those again real fast. Pine Bluff number 1. Jackson State 2. Alabama State 3. Alabama A&M 4. Grambling 5. Prairie View 6. Bethune 7, Southern 8, Alcorn 9, Valley 10, TSU 11, and FAMU 12. And the only winless teams in the on the women's side right now, TSU and FAMU. Got to get them some. Still plenty of season left, though. Provided COVID doesn't do what it's doing. Let me give you that update on the U of H Auburn game, the Birmingham Bowl. Right now, in the end of the third quarter, Auburn's up 13-10. U of H. U of H was up 10-3 at halftime, and right now Auburn is up on number 20 U of H 13-10. I am real, and again, y'all, somebody got at me, sent me like an 18-page text message about my feelings about the college football playoffs. I'm not wishing anyone get COVID. I'm not. Like, I care more about people than I do anything sports related and job related and all that. That's just my DNA. I'll never take a team over a person. I'll never want somebody to just entertain me. I care more about people. All I've said is with the way that the College Football Playoff Committee has stated their rules. In the semifinal round, if a team has COVID and is unable to field a team, then the other team will go on to the next round. If both teams in one semifinal game cannot compete because of COVID, both teams have COVID, then the winner of the other semifinal game would be deemed the champion. If 3 teams are unable to field a team because of COVID, then the only healthy remaining team would be deemed the champion. If all 4 teams have COVID, I think there is one chance. I think they're saying they have one opportunity to reschedule the championship. I don't know what that means in relationship to the 4 teams, but they are saying that they've got one opportunity to reschedule the championship game itself. And all I've said was not, oh, I hope Alabama gets COVID. What I said was, I don't think that will be the case. I don't think they will stick to those rules if it's Alabama or Georgia. I never wished COVID on them. I just said, if it's Alabama, there's no way they're going to let Cincinnati walk over Alabama and compete for the championship. There's no way. If Georgia is out, they're going to let it be Cincinnati and Michigan. The SEC is the money cow. This whole thing is about money. That's all I'm saying. I'm not wishing COVID on people. Some of y'all hear what you want to hear, and you just want to have something to say. But I appreciate y'all continuing to listen and follow me. That part is cool. But no, I'm just curious to what will happen if it's Alabama. Georgia, their head coach Kirby Smart feels like they are in a hot spot for COVID. So he's already, like locking it down. Now, I hope Michigan is doing the same thing. I hope Cincinnati is doing the same thing. I got to take a break, but I will say something kind of controversial when I come back, because I never do that. I never say anything controversial. I'll be back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Are you ready? 2022 is in our view. Pastor Ronald Booker and the Greater St. Matthew Church invite you to New Year's with the Saints, featuring the soulful sounds of Houston's own saxophonist Lloyd Hughes, comedian Dave Lawson. He'll have you falling out on the aisles, and violinist Christy Campbell. Simply amazing. New Year's Eve with the Saints, December 31st at the Greater St. Matthew Church, Southwest, 14919 South Main. Doors open at 8 p.m. As we close out 2021 and usher in 2022, we're expecting God to do great things. Finish strong with strong faith for the new year. It's worth the trip to the Saints for New Year's Eve.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
and joy living on Get Up Mornings.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Attention, those of you looking to go on a fun vacation and see the world on the cheap. Today, the U.S. dollar is worth even more in other countries, so there's never been a better time to travel outside the USA. The dollar is worth over $1.30 in Canadian dollars, and it's the same for Australia. You can fly there today and have fun and maximize your travel dollar. Your U.S. dollar is worth over $3 in Brazilian reals, and it's worth over $18 in Mexican pesos. Plus, in Argentina, it's worth over $27 in Argentine pesos. Just think of the bargains you'll get. And the way you get the cheapest airfare to any destination is by calling Tickets That Cheap. Save up to 75% on your foreign vacation tickets. Don't wait. Call now. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. 802-317-1983. That's 802-317-1983.
This is Nick from Acres Home. Checking out my boy AJ right here on KYOK 1140.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you, man. Hey, man, time sure flies when you're having fun. Listen, I'm trying to reply to somebody's message. They're talking about SWAC basketball. Listen, it's early, y'all. Don't panic about SWAC basketball. And again, COVID, as you know, I don't know how long some of these teams are going to be shut down. The University of Houston and Cincinnati game got canceled for today. It was originally supposed to be a forfeit for University of Houston, but they changed the rules and let them cancel the game, so it doesn't count as a loss against the University of Houston. So, we'll see how all this plays out. But let's get into the basketball, NBA power rankings real quick. Golden State is the best team right now. Golden State is the best team right now. And the scary thing is they're not fully healthy. I mean, they got COVID problems. Klay Thompson got set back until after the beginning of the year. I mean, Golden State is the best team right now. But to me, number 2 is definitely Phoenix. For all that Golden State has done, Phoenix is right there with them. And which is scary because Phoenix, you know what they did last year, they only went to the NBA Finals, and they seem like they're even better than they were last year. Brooklyn is looking like, right now, the number 3 team in the league. Brooklyn right now looking like number 3. Number 4, they always good in the regular season. I just don't know about them come playoff time, and that's Utah. Got them at number 4. Number 5, the defending NBA champion, Milwaukee Bucks. And notice I ain't said nothing bad about Mike Budenholzer yet. I'm not even gonna say nothing until the final game of the final play of the final game in this season. I'm leaving them alone, but they're number 4 right now. Number 5, the Bulls. A lot of people are saying the Bulls are not getting the respect that they deserve. I think that's because the Bulls didn't play on Christmas Day. Listen, nobody knew the Bulls were going to be this good. So when they made the schedule, the Bulls weren't that. The Bulls will definitely get their respect as they start scheduling these games on TV for the rest of the season. Miami, number 7. The Heat looking good when they get healthy. Number 8, the surprise team of the NBA for me right now, bar none, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Most surprising team of the NBA for me, bar none, Cleveland Cavaliers. They're at number 8. Number 9, Memphis. Love Ja. Number 10, Philly. They keep hanging in there, keep bouncing around. And again, not fully healthy. Number 11, Denver. 12, the Clippers. I think Paul George is going to be out for about a month. So we'll see what they do from there, how they hang in there. Charlotte, again, really happy for what Charlotte is doing. They're Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball, man. I'm happy for them. Say what you want to say and all that, but I'm happy for them, both of them. Number 14, I've got the LA Lakers. a lot of hate for Russell Westbrook. Karl Anthony Towns saying that Russell Westbrook is chasing stats. Man, you young cats, man, I'm just, oh my gosh. And I've had this discussion before. A triple-double is not all that, not all that. A lot of guys could have had triple-double, but they don't. They haven't. Why Russell Westbrook gets the kind of hate that he gets? The dude is a straight-up baller. Now, he doesn't shoot it extremely well, but he's a playmaker. Even at this stage of his career. The issue in Houston was not Russell Westbrook. So anyway, I got them at 14. Number 15, the Washington Wizards, interesting. Boston, 16. 17, the Dallas Mavericks. Two coaches I've been keeping my eye on have been Jason Kidd and Chauncey Billups. And right now, Jason Kidd doing a better job in Dallas. Number 18, Atlanta. 19, Toronto. 20, Minnesota. 21, the Knicks. Everybody was all excited about the Knicks at the start of the season. They have definitely cooled off some. 22, San Antonio. 23, the Pacers. 24, Portland. Got to get up higher than that. New Orleans, 25. Sacramento, 26. Oklahoma City, 27. Houston, 28. 29 is Orlando, and 30, Detroit. Chris, don't tell Chris Gardner. Don't tell Chris Gardner I put Detroit down at the bottom. You know, he loves Detroit basketball. All right, let me get ready to wrap it up. Sybil Wilkes will close it out with us for us and what you need to know. Sybil Wilkes will close it out. After that, you'll have Donnie McClurkin and the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3 Central. In the morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff. Get up mornings, and then I'll be back for Winning Wednesday. I'll announce at the top of the hour who won this week's Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Somebody's going to win $50, and I'll give you the standing for the top 6. They will have a chance to compete for $500 cash when the season is over. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And then I've got 2 dynamic special guests joining us tomorrow, none other than David Grubb, host of Heart in the Paint, Tulane Basketball, and MLBBro.com. He'll be back with us, and then we'll have Dawn Montgomery. Man, I tell you, I saw Dawn at the Celebration Bowl. She is a pure light in this business, man. She just makes the room brighter. I'm telling, and she knows her stuff, so don't think I'm trying to downplay her, but she's going to be on the show tomorrow, and looking forward to having both of them. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I do love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Here's Sybil Wilkes and what you need to know as we close out the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. Number 1. Vice President Kamala Harris is saying the United States may lose its standing as a role model for the world, and democracy itself would be at risk if voting rights legislation is not passed. In recent weeks, President Joe Biden and Democrats have put voting rights legislation at the top of the priority list as the Build Back Better Act, the president's signature domestic policy bill, has stalled. Number 2. In addition to the countless lives lost due to COVID-19, we've lost some incredible waymakers. Diane Dunham was the first Black person to win a U.S. gymnastics national championship. She paved the way for female gymnasts like Dominique Dawes, Gabby Douglas, and Simone Biles. Douglas Turner Ward was an actor, champion of Black playwrights, and the co-founder of the Negro Ensemble Company. Check out more of those giants and their stories in today's newsletter. Number 3, the White House led its first Maternal Health Day of Action recently, announcing a number of new initiatives intended to improve pregnancy outcomes and reduce the risk of complications and death in the year following birth. The White House urged Congress to pass the president's Build Back Better Act, which includes a $3 billion investment in maternal health. If passed, the act would require states to offer Medicaid-covered health services for up to a year postpartum. Number 4, according to OxfordLanguages.com, science is defined as a systematically organized body of knowledge on a particular subject. One of the first things to know about astrology is that it's a very systemized subject of study. The subject is the planets and their influence. Read more about it in today's newsletter brought to you by astrologist Juanica Dunn. Number 5, for the holiday season, make sure to treat yourself to the gift of tax-saving strategy before the end of the year. If you're thinking about buying new or used equipment, machinery, or office equipment in the new year, buy them and place them in service by December 31st. You can then deduct 100% of the cost as bonus depreciation. Read more in today's newsletter by Texas CPA Katrina M. Kraft. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. The purpose of life is happiness. The Dalai Lama says, be happy. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for a very special episode on astrology and see what the stars have in store for us. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all.
It's Sybil Wilkes with What You Need.
Stop, Sybil, stop. Don't go again. All right, y'all. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I do love you. Let everybody know we're not going to be on Facebook anymore. We'll be broadcasting on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Roku. And we'll look for some other platforms to try and get the word out about the lunch break, but it will not be Meta or Facebook. So y'all take care. Love you. Talk to you soon.